have to actually tell YouTube you were going to go live as well.
That makes
Because
sense.
I privated everything.
I can understand why, yeah.
So we should be live now. It says 9 minutes. Here we go. Am I audible?
Here we are.
Skip ads. Yes, I can see us on my phone. We are here, actually. Now we are live. I messed up the first time. I said to OBS, we go live, and then YouTube was like, yes, fun, but you didn't tell me anything. So, yes, we are here, and the audio is good. And that's just my laptop. Good. So we're here. Hi, everyone. I am in Malta with Megalith Hunter.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, and we're just gonna sit here and talk about the past week that we've had together and the things that we've seen.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk a little bit about the upcoming Egypt trip in October and maybe answer a couple questions that people have in the chat. Maybe you can answer some questions that people have for you in the chat.
Don't make them difficult, please. It's late.
Well, late? It's not really late. It's 8.
It's late for me.
It's
No, I'm
8 p.m. We've been drinking until like what, midnight this entire week?
We're going clubbing after this, so...
No, we're not. I'm gonna sleep after this. So yeah. Oh, it's low. Audio is low.
Okay.
Someone said they could hear me. We can see if we can
improve that.
grab these with me. Be good. If it's not, we should now
Sounds
be...
muffled. Okay.
Your mic is... Oh, OBS has crashed again.
It made a new one. Oh, it did do. Okay. I'm getting annoyed. Hopefully, it's better now. People say the audio is not good enough, and when I try to get the audio to work, OBS crashed. And now I'm low and people can't hear me. Well, audio is better. Well, I hope it is. I can't really do more at this point. So yeah, better now. People say it's better. Well,
Yay.
Let's hope it's good enough for now, because this was not fun. Oh, I clicked us off. It's not going great, people. It's not going great. Oh, it's here. I don't know what's doing. I don't understand what's happening anymore at this point. It should just work. You know, it's not showing us. It's not showing us. Stop minimizing my Zoom.
Oh my god.
It's weird. It should not be minimizing my Zoom. It keeps minimizing my Zoom. Oh, this is going so well. This is actually why I very much dislike streaming. Because usually, there's always something that goes wrong. So I'll put it on here for now. Chaos reigns. Yes, yes. It's wonderful. I like life. Not enough for this. I don't know why, because now it doesn't like want to do my Zoom.
Why?
I don't know why. It just, my laptop apparently dislikes me or something. I don't know. Look, it's you in the corner. It's you in the corner. Let's make it an REM song. Oh.
It's made my nose a really weird shape.
Oh, man, like, this is why I do not like doing live streams, people. Okay, we're back. We should be back in frame. So, before I want to end myself, I'm going to do it like this. I put the promo video on here, and I'm just going to run that real quick and make sure that everything else behind the scenes is good. So, see you in a flash.
Go to adeptexpeditions.com if you want to know more. If you want to join me on an esoteric ancient Egypt history and mystery tour, together with any XP from October 5th until October 16th, and keep watching to see all the places where we're going. The day you arrive on Cairo, we have this wonderful dinner and we're all going to meet, and then on the next morning we will travel to the Giza Plateau, where we will have a private sunrise visit between the Sphinx's paws. This is an experience of a lifetime. You'll never be able to do this on your own without a tour like this. The next day we will go to Saqqara, where we will see the Serapeum, the Unas Pyramid, the Giza Complex, the Bench Pyramid, and the Red Pyramid. So you should join. The next day we will fly to Luxor, where we will visit the Luxor Museum, and in the evening, the Temple of Man. The following day we go to the Karnak Temple. On the first day of the Nile cruise, we will go to Abydos with the Temple of Seti I, and then we will travel to the Osirion and the Dandera Temple of Hathor. We then travel to the west bank of Luxor, where we will see the Temple of Hatshepsut and the Valley of the Kings. We also go to the Ramesseum and we see the Colossi of Memnon. Continue our Nile cruise, and then we go to the Adfood Temple of Horus and we visit Kom Ombo. The next day we go to the Oswan Quarry, where we will see the unfinished obelisk that I mentioned in at least 1 or 2 videos. And then we will go to the Philae Temple, which is really hard to get to. The next day we fly to Cairo and we just take the day to chill because it's been quite a busy trip so far. The next day we have a private visit to the Great Pyramid of Giza, where we will have a meditation session. And at the end of the day we will have an amazing dinner where we can just talk about the amazing tour that we just experienced. Next day you fly home and you can live off of these memories of this once-in-a-lifetime experience for the rest of your life. If you want to book the tour, or you want any more information, or you just want to see the itinerary again, go to adeptexpeditions.com and I'll see you there. Okay, well, yes, we talked through like the first part of that entire promo movie, because we changed Mike, and hopefully it's good, and if not, I'm just gonna cry and probably just gonna stop. So, you know, we shall see. I just want to talk about Malta and like the week we've had.
Feels like a month.
Actually, it does.
We've done so much.
We've done a month's worth of visits in about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot better. Sounds good. Move forward. No, I don't want to move forward. I sit good like this. Okay? I sit good. Don't tell me what to do. Okay. So, last week on Thursday, what happened to the birds? Well, there are no birds inside the house. If that makes any sense.
There are just 2 cats.
Just 2 cats.
And you'll probably hear from them very soon.
I expect them
They're
to
not
make noise.
quiet cats.
So, last week on Thursday, in the morning, I went to Schiphol Airport, which is, the Dutch, how do you want to call it? I don't know. I never fly.
The big
I went to
big
the
one,
airport.
the very big airport.
I went to the airport.
Lots of shops.
I took a flight and I landed in Malta. Visuals but sound out of sync. Ziggy, I can't make it any better. I'm actually gonna cry and stop at this point. It is what it is. It's like I can't help it. Maybe refresh. Just saying. But yeah, no. I arrived in Malta. I was picked up by the airport after I waited for 35 minutes until my luggage arrived.
Yeah.
Because Maltese people really aren't fast with anything.
We were really worried that she'd lost her luggage.
Oh my God, it took so long for the luggage to arrive, and I saw the same suitcase pass me 12 times. It made 12 complete rounds before my own suitcase
And
came.
I'm saying, but where's the person? Where's the person?
We didn't see anyone.
Why are they not picking up their luggage?
We didn't see anyone. So that was fun. And eventually I saw you. We met, because we hadn't met yet. We video called, but that's about it.
Online friends, exactly.
And then we went to the pancake parlor.
Which is not, well, it's a pancake parlor. It sells pancakes, but it also sells cocktails.
Yeah.
So we didn't go there for the pancakes.
Exactly. So
We
got
thought
my
it was
first alcohol
good.
in Malta, and it was lovely. Of course, a rum coke, because I am a real pirate. If you're a pirate, you drink rum.
And I had a Baileys and vodka martini.
Yeah, you
or
did.
3.
You had 3, and I had.
They're so small.
So at night we went out to dinner to Belinda's restaurant, and I ate a massive steak, because I'm the steak kind of girl. Yeah.
And had more rum.
I had more rum. So nearly every night that I've been here in Malta, I've had rum.
Yeah.
And the one night I didn't have rum, your husband fed me whiskey. So
I heard about that.
When in Malta, you drink.
Because I had a small injury in a restaurant, and we got back, and I really needed to clean the wound and rest a little bit.
Yeah.
And I felt bad, because Kaylee's my house guest, and we're trying to spend time together. I'm trying to show her Malta. We're trying to do some sightseeing. It's not just about history. It's about seeing Malta in general and seeing how much this country has to offer. So I felt really bad to just ditch her at that point, but I was really quite injured. And so my husband took over and
fed me whiskey.
Fed her whiskey.
Yeah.
And talked
On
about
the
cats.
But on the rocks. Whiskey on the
And
rocks.
tonight it's wine for me and it's a rum.
It's a rum coke.
For Kaylee.
What else would I drink? We did drink a limoncello aperitif.
Mm-hmm.
Was
The
lovely.
Italian,
Yeah.
well, digestive. It's an end of dinner liqueur.
Yeah, it was
It's very popular
lovely.
in the Mediterranean.
So on Friday last week, we did the same as we did this morning.
Yeah.
Because apparently you do that twice. We went to Hajar-Im and Menaidra, the megalithic temples. I made a video about Menaidra a year and a half ago. It was in my first year of doing YouTube. Let's see if I can. Oh, I don't have a mouse here. I think I have mouse, but I don't have mouse.
I've stolen the USB,
Yeah.
so for the microphone.
For the microphone. So, all in good fun. No, but we went to Hajar-Im and Menaidra
Yeah.
last week on Friday, and I was able to wear shorts and a t-shirt. If you know anything about me and the life that I've led since early September now, middle September maybe, life in the Netherlands was grey, very grey, and grey with lots of clouds. Then we had some mist. And we had 3 storms in 6 days before I arrived here, which
Yeah.
was fun, and more grey. And
So I promised sun, but I had this feeling that Kaylee might bring a storm with her. So I was a bit worried about that, but she actually came, landed, beautiful day, summery clothes, and it was okay for a few days. And it was good for Hathor and Niger because it can be quite a windy location. And in the winter, it's not so pleasant walking around there because there's quite a bit of walking to do. So it was awesome.
Yeah.
We had a great day, although people were staring at Kaylee because she was wearing shorts.
Yeah,
because people still don't wear shorts at this time of year. But.
People were wearing their winter coats while I walked around in my shorts and my t-shirt because, hey, the sun is shining.
Yeah.
I'm such a Northern European.
They're still in scarves. I mean, I'm Northern European, but I'm kind of doing... I cross in between. I'm like, okay, I think it's time to put the winter coat away, but I'm still going to wear leggings and a t-shirt. I'm not going into shorts yet. I'm not ready for that.
I wore my shorts. It's not even like long shorts, they were short shorts.
Oh, yeah.
They were fiery red. I have a picture. Just need to click on the right one. Look, I wore my shorts.
And already got a little bit of a tan.
And you can see my tattoo in that because, yeah. Someone says, I didn't even know Kaylee had a lower half until I saw the live stream thumbnail. I mean, isn't that amazing? I have a full body. Wow. I mean, that's got to be something,
but
having a full
when
body.
I'm filming, I don't even really use my hands. And in this live stream, you can see my hands. And I'm thinking, what do I do with my hands? Should I just put
my hands are like my face and my eyes. Everything leads a life of its own. In the beginning of my channel, I tried to be like that perfect kind of person that just smiles fun, doesn't blink, preferably.
Doesn't pull weird faces.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and eventually I went sort of viral, and after my first live stream in November, I just completely let go of trying to be perfect because there's no use, because people saw my live stream and they saw that my face leads a life of its own and that my hands just do whatever. So I accepted my fate.
Keep them down here because I also don't want to accidentally knock any of the equipment. We've got a lot of equipment out. And I do have a bit of a track record with clumsiness, as you've seen this week. So I don't want to like disconnect everything.
Yeah, that's
Let me
true.
just keep my hands there until I reach for my wine.
But then you might knock your wine over. So like, it's whatever. Accidents happen. Just leave the laptop doing its thing and we good. But yeah, no. And what did we do on Saturday? Because the days are completely like shuffled in one
It's all
thing.
a blur.
Yeah, it's a bit of
Was
a
that
blur.
the Tarjin day? Maybe it was the
No, the Tarjin day was, I think, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday was Tarjin.
What did we do on Saturday?
So we saw some dolmens because I wore the same outfit last Saturday. I wore my Tron outfit because I like Tron.
We went to the Dolmens in Mostar.
Yeah, that's it.
But that was on the way back from somewhere.
We already.
Where were we?
Let me check.
Where were we?
Let me check my. We might have drank a bit too much alcohol at this point for the past week. I usually don't drink much.
Yeah.
Like once a week, maybe 1 or 2 glasses.
Well,
and
we
I
were
arrive-
so excited to meet, and it's great to talk to someone that is into all the things that you're into,
This was still on the Hathor day.
especially over alcohol. Tahajrat. We went to
Tahajrat.
Tahajrat and Skorpa, which are part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site in a tiny village. You have to buy the tickets online or from the local council, so there's no reception or museum or gift shop or anything. So it's not so popular on the tourist trail, not as popular as the big ones like Hathor and Tarjin.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show Kaylee these lesser known monuments because they're still really awesome.
I've made some incredible pictures.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to show them in the live stream. I'm just showing these 2 pictures. So like we have me in red shorts at Menidra, and we have my thumbnail for my latest video, which is the promotion video for my Egypt tour with Annie XT. Not sure if Annie XT is in the chat, but if he is, he should say hi. But yeah, no. So the other pictures that I've made will be featured in a video that I'm going to create in the very, very near future about my trip to Malta, just like I did when I went to England and I made this video about like the history of Devon. I'm gonna make a similar video about Malta, but then a bit more a quick overview about the history of Malta, because it's a long history with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of megalithics, and I'm not even going to touch on the medieval history or the Templars or anything else that's very new, because Malta was abandoned in the Bronze Age. So around that time, my video will just end, because it gets too young. I like prehistory.
Mm-hmm.
Old stuff, like stones, and even before stones, just bones.
Yeah.
Human evolution, just bones.
Exactly.
Why go beyond the stones when you have stones and bones?
Exactly.
I don't need bronze tools.
And the more ancient it is, the more mysterious it is.
Exactly.
And we like mystery. We like to make life difficult for ourselves.
Lynn understands it. It's rum. Arr. Perfect.
Actually, the waiters at various restaurants now, they just call Kaylee the pirate.
I'm a pirate.
She's already got a reputation on the islands.
Yeah.
Sorted.
I tell them, I drink rum cokes and I'm a pirate. So... Oh, Henrik says, and nobody has lived there since the Bronze Age. Changed my mind. I don't need to, dude. You're Danish. Danish people are something. They live under that cloud of gray sky. It just doesn't lift. I've flown over Denmark twice towards Sweden and back. And I saw like a little bit of a coastline and I was like, oh, hey, that's Denmark according to Google Maps. And then it was just a cloud of gray. And then I went to Sweden and the cloud stopped. And on the way back, it was like, oh, fun. Apparently somewhere under this cloud of gray is Denmark.
There's a whole country under there, just hiding.
Didn't see it. The Danish were just hiding from me. They were like, oh no, that's a pirate. We Vikings don't like pirates anymore.
Yeah, she's coming.
So yeah. So we went on Saturday, we went to Tahajrat and Skorba. Then on Sunday, we went to Tarjin, which a lot of it may have been renovated and rebuilt, but it's still a massive site.
Yeah. It's obviously undergone various phases of remodeling. It's quite complicated, but it is stunning. It's so interesting. And we kept going round and round. People usually just follow the walkway, go around once, go back. And we just kept going round and then back and then across and then back again. We were like, what was that? Did you see that? Oh, let's go and take another photo of that. And I've been there obviously many times, but I still find something different every time I go there, something that I haven't noticed before.
And she was very much into holes while we were there, because she was creating a video about
megalithic holes,
which is on our channel. And if you're interested in megalithic holes, then check it out.
Because I've become obsessed now. And now Kaylee started spotting them for me. Unusually located holes.
Yes. I did good.
In stones.
I did my work. And I was like, oh, hey, there's a hole.
And I'm straight there with my camera. And all the tourists are just staring at us, bending right down, getting ourselves close to the hole.
So after Tarjin, what did we do on Sunday? I think we drove around a little bit. We saw some cart ruts on both days. It was lovely. I like cart ruts. I can check in my phone a little bit in the gallery what we did, because
we can't remember apparently.
All days merged into one. Yeah, Tarjin, we really went there for a while. For quite a while actually. After Tarjin, we went to drive around. Ah, yeah, that's right. After Tarjin, we went to Valletta.
Ah, yeah, the capital city.
We walked around during a carnival.
Yeah.
I don't like people in general, because people, they just move, they walk in my way. And Maltese people are very small. And they're not very thin. Let's just keep it like that. I'm saying it very nicely. They're short.
Generally, yeah. The average height here is not.
I was a bit stunned, and I felt like an actual giant walking in Valletta.
You do stand out, and and in Valletta, I find any kind of large scale event quite annoying. That's in the streets, because I can't get to where I need to go very easily, and I get frustrated. And also, I wanted to show Kaylee all these lovely buildings, and we couldn't even see the buildings because of all the carnival displays. So we sound really boring, I don't like carnival, I want to leave, there's too much loud music, and I can't see the buildings, and there's all these floats, and then we just got frustrated and gave up. and
Yeah.
said we'll go back another day. So actually I'm taking Kaylee into Valletta tomorrow night for dinner, and we're going to actually be able to explore some of the buildings beforehand. So that's great. But yeah, we sound like real killjoys.
And in Valletta, we went to a museum.
We
as
went
well.
to the Archaeology Museum when we finally got to it.
It took a while to get to it, yeah. Oh, and also for
There's only
anyone,
one way in.
for anyone wondering, yes, I bought the gift shops and they're like empty. I feel like I bought them empty.
Oh yeah.
I bought a lot.
Yeah.
I've got new stuff to place in my videos. I've got books of like ancient Malta and like the Neolithic period and the temples. And yeah, I'm loving it.
You've got coasters.
I've bought coasters.
Just
With, like-
single-handedly holding up the Maltese tourist economy.
I mean, they're
Just
gonna
buying
love
everything
me.
in every gift shop.
They're just gonna love me in the future. If I come back in July, which we have decided that I will come back in July in the summer.
For my birthday.
Yeah.
So we can have a nice pool party and
Exactly.
then go to some more sites.
Yeah, and I will be melting in July because it will be in the middle of summer in Malta. And I will be walking around in my short shorts and my t-shirts all day long.
Yeah, well, if you're wearing shorts in the winter, I dread to think what you're going to be wearing in the summer.
I'm still gonna wear clothes. Let's
Okay.
just keep it at that because I just need clothes. But the next day we went to, drum roll, the Hypogeum.
Yeah, this was good.
Halsaflini Hypogeum, which is something that I've wanted to see for a really long time. And like this Malta trip for me has been a little bit of a dream come true because I've read about these sites, I've heard about these sites, I've seen footage, I've seen videos, photos, and then to actually stand there and walk there and see things with your own eyes, that's really a different experience.
The Hypogeum, it's so difficult to experience it from photographs.
Just for the people at home,
So incredible.
I'm gonna cry almost saying this, but I had to put my phone in my bag in a locker, and I was not allowed to take any photos or capture any footage, and we tried to even bribe Heritage Malta to let me do it, and they don't. So instead of all y'all getting mad at me and crying and like canceling me, just don't cancel me. But I mean, no photos, no footage. There's nothing to show off about the
No.
Halsaflini Hypogeum besides the fact that outside I took a picture. I mean, it's not much, but it is something, you know? So, yeah.
But it's also just, I mean, still the experience of it is
Yeah.
amazing, like to talk about it.
Yeah. So after the Hypogeum, I think we drove around a little bit. It was a bit of a
Yeah.
cold day on Monday. It wasn't the best weather. So on Monday, we just chilled, went out to
Yeah.
dinner, all that stuff. The next day, it was
Spa
sunnier.
day. Tuesday was
Oh,
spa day.
Tuesday, we had a spa day.
Yeah.
We just did nothing. And like sat in the sauna and the salt room and the indoor pool and didn't do anything.
Well, I wrote a couple of scripts, you know, did a little bit of work.
Someone
It
is
wasn't a
afraid.
complete break.
Someone is asking who's taking care of my cats. I'll have people take care of my cats. I got family in the Netherlands, you know? I can just look at them and then I blink and it's like, blink, blink, take care of my cats. And they love me, so they will. And otherwise I'll just figure out someone to like stay in my house and take care of my cats because my cats are really nice and they're together and they have each other. Which is everything you need in a life. You need to have someone. If
Well,
it's another cat
my
or
cats
human.
don't like each other, but yeah, I mean, they really hate each other, actually. There's no companionship there at all.
So on Wednesday, after the spa day, we were completely relaxed. It was very nice. We went to the island of Gozo, which was nice. And when you go to the island of Gozo, you take the ferry and you pass Comino.
Yes.
In the distance. And we saw like the turquoise water.
The Blue Lagoon.
Oh, it was beautiful. I just want to swim in there.
Well, yeah.
One day.
In the summer when you come back.
One day. Did I steal part of that? You know how to pronounce that. That.
Bujiba Temple.
Did we went there?
No.
Oh, Henrik?
We can go tomorrow if you want.
We could.
It's
because
in a
tomorrow-
hotel, so we just have to go to the hotel.
Yeah,
and
tomorrow
it's
we
in
don't have plans besides the evening.
in the garden. No, we've
Yeah.
left the weekend, this last weekend, a little bit open in case we wanted to repeat a visit to a site or go to something really random like another dolmen in the middle of nowhere or some of these lesser known megaliths. That's
Yeah.
fine, we can do that.
Yeah. And so on the island of Gozo, we went to Gigantia, which is another thing of my bucket list that I could just tick off because holy hell. It's not every day you go to the island of Gozo to Gigantia. It's something else. The walls of Gigantia are so high that they have these pillars and stuff to keep them up because otherwise they might crumble.
There's a lot of scaffolding.
Yes.
Kind of ruins the pictures, but it is necessary, obviously, to
I mean, when
preserve
you
them.
watch from the other side of the scaffolding, where you don't see the scaffolding, it's really quite an incredible sight.
Yeah.
Seeing the walls that high, because the other temples don't have such high walls. It's like the other temples have like one story or like one floor, and then Gigantia is like, that's funny, bam, another.
Yeah. Because you have some megaliths or menhirs remaining in the other temples, which are really tall.
Yeah.
But at Gigantia, there's actually a wall that's, I think, more than 6 meters.
Yeah,
and it's a whole
really
wall.
high.
It's the whole back part of the South Temple.
Yeah. And we went there, and it was funny because we had this like French couple and their kids in front of us, and we were like joking the entire time. Like they were a bit loud, and the mom didn't wear a mask inside of the museum, and we were like, at least wear a mask.
Yeah, we were.
Be a bit courteous to the
Be
other
nice
people.
if they would leave.
Yeah, we joked about that, and guess we should have kept our mouths shut.
Our
'Cause
karma came right back at us. You
I
know,
took a
instant
selfie.
karma.
I took a selfie with Gigantia in the back, and I looked up from my phone, and I think 60 people with the tour bus came straight for us, and we were like, yep, that's gonna be a nice sit in the sun for the next half an hour.
We got instant karma because we're such mean girls.
Yeah.
And then we had to sit on a bench for ages waiting for everybody to leave because it's not just about taking the photographs. The temples just have one walkway in each, and you have to, even the tour group have to just go in small groups.
Yeah.
So there's just no point.
There was, but Gigantia was really an amazing experience. And
Yeah.
the views, I have to say, from the other temples, you have amazing views, especially from Nidra, looking over the bird island of Filfla, which is
Your
now
favourite
my
island,
favorite
where she's just
island.
it's uninhabited, but Kaylee wants to move there, just live by herself, hermit in a cave.
Perfect. Who needs people? But yeah.
Certainly not tour groups.
But yeah,
families.
Gigantia really overlooks a beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
And I tried to capture a little bit of it, but it's really hard to capture it. But loved it.
Yeah.
After Gigantia, what did we do? We went to some of the
Santa
lesser-
Verna. So this is some small remains of a temple close to Gigantia. We went to a cave which has Neolithic sherds and some megaliths surrounding it, also near Gigantia. It seems that the village where it was built had quite a number of sites once upon a time. It's also where there's the Shara Stone Circle. And we tried to get access to that, but they couldn't for health and safety reasons, because sometimes you can get access to closed sites or sites that are still under investigation by archaeologists or excavation, but you have to make an appointment. And we tried, and they couldn't because of health and safety concerns at this time.
Yeah.
So that's a shame.
It was
But
a shame.
hopefully one day in the future. But we still saw, Santa Verna. There's not much left of it, but you can still see that it was a temple once.
Henrik is making me laugh. He's saying Clee will become Malta's crazy cave lady. She just needs the cave. Can I bring
Yeah.
my cats though?
And your rum. You have to make your own. Or people would just deliver it to you once a week, maybe? Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
We can arrange that. I'll
Yeah.
come on a little boat.
So after we went to Gigantia and we saw the other lesser sites, we went to the Citadella
Yeah.
and I made some amazing shots.
So that's basically medieval. Well, there's some medieval
Yeah.
and early modern period. But you've got great views of the rest of the island from there. So we went for a walk around the bastion.
And this lady bought herself a ring, a Maltese ring. I'm not sure if it's visible enough.
It's got little Maltese 8-pointed crosses on it.
Yeah. And I got small earrings, but you can't see them from here. I'll take a picture later in the week, whatever, somewhere. I'll take a picture while you'll see the earrings. we then went to sit down at like this bay a little bit. Yeah, it was sort of a bay.
Yeah, we went to Slendy Bay.
Yeah.
Had one or two drinks, just one or two.
We decided it was cocktail hour, and Clee got a little bit tipsy.
She did. And you experimented with dark rum and spiced rum.
Yeah. I went all overboard, and then in the distance, I saw that we were sitting in front of like I'm not sure if it's visible enough. Let me see if I can put that back up. No, that didn't make anything better. Let's just put it all down because it's very bright apparently. It was a pirate's galley
made for
in front of me. I was sitting there and I was like, this is a nice rum. And then in the distance, I saw a pirate galley and I was like, did they knew I was coming or something? And I got tips, Clee.
And then I said, I've got an idea. This is really random megaliths. They're on private property, so we can't actually get to them, but we can see them from the road.
Yeah.
And so we just went and parked at the side of the road and looked at these distant megaliths.
Which was lovely. And then on our way back from Gozo, we saw a beautiful sunset.
We pulled over to take a picture of the sunset.
And we got mad that other people pulled over as well.
Yeah, because then they were blocking our photograph. Everyone took our idea. We were parked on the edge of a cliff, and then people pulled up to the edge of the cliff and then walked in front of us to take the photograph that was our shot to take.
Yeah.
So rude.
It's
people.
It just wasn't funny. So that was amazing. Then the day after, we went to the museum.
Which museum was that? Aradalum. So this is a Paleolithic site with lots of fossils of fauna dating back to 150,000 years ago. Yeah. And then it's also one of the earliest locations of human habitation in Malta. So there's pottery was recovered from there and some human fossil bones and things like that. It's pretty cool. And then close to that, there is a temple as well called Borgin Nadur. There's not really much of it left.
We went in the cave as well.
We went inside the actual cave and the museum attached to the cave to look at the fossils.
So cave.
There you are in the cave.
Bit of speleology.
Mm-hmm. Speleologist.
I just do everything nowadays. Yeah. So after that, we went to Borgin Nadur, which was amazing. I saw some beautiful flowers as well. I'm a weirdo. If I like flowers, I'll just take pictures. Yeah. So took pictures of flowers in Malta. Because,
you stopped every 5 minutes to take a picture of absolutely everything that you've seen on this trip.
Hi.
Food, flowers, roads, beach.
I did indeed take
buildings,
a lot of
fossils,
everything.
Ceramics.
And we went to see some cart ruts to the sea. Yeah,
the famous one that goes into the sea in St. George's Bay in Bujiba.
Yeah, we saw them as well.
Bujiba.
I don't know.
Mixing up all the town names.
As if I know.
And I actually live here.
What it's pronounced like.
And then then that was nice, just walking around.
Then we went to, was it Medina?
Ndina,
yeah. And I took
the old capital of the island.
Of a gate, and I got a lot of people on my Instagram and on my Discord server asking me, where are all the people? Because in almost all my pictures, you just don't see any people. No. First of all, it's not been very busy everywhere because of the fact that it's winter in Malta and people are like, it's grey and the shops are closed, so I'm gonna stay inside. And also, if there were people, I would just wait until they would skedaddle out of frame. Because, I don't like people in my pictures. If I can make it so that there won't be any people in my pictures, that just makes it any better. So, then this morning we woke up and we decided I wanted to do my promotion video for Egypt, for the Egypt tour. So we went down to Menidra and Hajar-Im again, made the long walk down.
But this time, we were strategic.
Very strategic.
To avoid the people. We left early and they were opening at 9. And you see the temples in the order that it's the museum, then Hajar-im, and then it's a 500-meter walk down a hill to Amnidra.
It feels longer, though.
It does feel longer. So we decided that we would go there, as soon as we get the ticket, run down to Amnidra before anybody else gets there, because then we've got a good hour to film before any tourists arrive. And there were school children, there were tour buses, there were lots of things coming in, and we were running. And then we got to the gate, and it was locked. And we had to wait for security to come and open it. We were too keen, apparently.
I became a frustrated
Angry
Dutch
Dutch
woman. Because, it's past 9 and your gate is closed.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a hat, an Indiana type Jones hat. It's a blue, it's a pretty, and I'll probably take it to Egypt, but I didn't take it to Malta because, it wasn't summer. Mm-hmm. Why would I need a hat in the winter in Malta? Maybe I'll take it in July, we'll see. Mm-hmm. So we went back to Amnidra and Hajar-im. We filmed for the promo video. We had to wait for the people to move out of frame and all that stuff.
Yeah, a few people caught up with us eventually, but they were okay. They weren't the annoying ones. So.
Yeah, so it was lovely to film there and to be there again and to sit there on the bench with my head in the sun, because the sun was there today. And I looked at Field Flat again in the distance and...
A future home.
Maybe. But I shot some reels for TikTok and Instagram, and I posted some of them already throughout the week. This has been a really good trip for me. Mm-hmm. I also love the birds. Everyone who saw the promo video really knows what I mean when I say I saw the birds. And also, Lonely Stoner, shut up, because AZ is my football club, and you do not talk smack about my football club, okay? Also, yeah, they did suck in the last game, but okay, skedaddle. It's a football. I'm a pirate that loves football. I'm a weirdo. So, today we went to Amnidra and Hajar-im. It was lovely. We heard the birds. Everyone has heard the birds now of Amnidra.
It's a beautiful atmosphere there, though, because on that side of the island, the sea is completely calm, and you hardly get any boats because there isn't really much in the way of harbours or anything.
Yeah.
You get some tourist boats around the Weed Zuria in the summer, but that's it. So it was really, really peaceful and beautiful and still and blue.
Last week on Friday, the first time we went to Amnidra and Hajar-im, we went to the Blue Grotto on the way back.
Yeah, that's Weed Zuria.
Completely forgot about it just now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take boat rides at this time of year, but it's still beautiful. Still, you got some lovely videos for your TikTok, so
I did. So we had a lovely week so far, and tomorrow we're just gonna do whatever during the day, and in the evening you've booked us at a restaurant in Valletta.
We're going to Valletta, and then we're going for a walk down Straight Street to some of the bars there. Yeah, and we'll show you some historic stuff too. Yeah. Some of the bars were in very historic buildings.
I mean, I'm very excited to see Valletta without the carnival, because
you
from
couldn't
what
really
I've
see
seen
it before.
We're probably going to go there quite early so that I can still make some daylight pictures, because
we're going there at 5:30 actually.
The buildings were beautiful. It's just that with the carnival, there were so many people, and okay, they're short and they're quite, big, but still a lot of them, and some of the attractions were quite high, so I couldn't really see much of it.
No, you couldn't see.
And the architecture that I did see was really quite beautiful, so I definitely want to go back to Valletta.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going. Yeah. Taxi's picking us up at 5.
Mm-hmm. A taxi. Taxi. But yeah, on Sunday we have no plans, and on Monday in the morning I'm already gonna make the drive back to the airport. Probably gonna cry for a couple hours while I'm in the plane, but honestly I'm probably just gonna watch a movie and turn off my brain.
It's gonna be such an intensive 10 days. It's been such I don't even know. It's gonna feel really weird.
Yeah, it's gonna feel really weird after 10 days going back home.
Doing so much stuff together, day and night.
Yeah, every night we sort of went either to a restaurant or you cooked or Phil cooked. Yeah. Phil cooked as well. And it's been a lot of alcohol. For someone who usually drinks maybe 1 or 2 glasses in an entire week, I've had about 2 or 3 at least a day.
Yeah, holiday mode.
Oh man.
We've been in holiday mode but kind of working as well. So, Yeah, it's been
But for real,
intensive.
honestly, I'm probably not gonna drink for a full month or something when I get back.
detox time.
I really
Dry
need to-
March.
I really need to like work on what I eat when I get back because it's been steak and
You've
a lot of
eaten
steak.
Malta, like
And after I was done with the steak, I ordered more steak.
you just steak every day.
And like the McDonald's fries
And McDonald's
during
fries.
the day. Oh my god, yeah, I ate way too much. So I'm definitely gonna work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I shared the promotion video that we filmed earlier today at Menidra, which was, in my personal opinion, the best scenery for a promotion video like that,
yeah.
because of the fact that the color of the stones at Menidra resemble the desert.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, maybe you couldn't have seen the beautiful blue sky above it with the canopy, but the canopy is there to like make sure that the site is protected,
Yeah.
which is very important. Rains nowadays are really acidic, and you don't want a beautiful location like Menidra to get affected by that.
Especially on the sea-facing side, you can see extreme weathering from
Yeah.
the years. So,
So I've tried to take some pictures of that. I've also made some really good pictures because
Yeah.
she kept saying that she has short arms, and here I come as a giant from the Netherlands with my long arms, and I was like, I see a thing and I want to make a picture of it because I was never able to find a good picture online. And so I really bended
and stretched,
rules.
stretched.
and stretched, and I took the picture that I really wanted to make, and I'll probably post it on my Instagram tomorrow.
I cannot
because
believe how far you can stretch. It's amazing.
I also took that one picture of us with like the broken slab from like
and
the...
I'm like, Kaylee, I've always wanted to get a picture of that corner. She's like, no problem, I've got it. I'm doing
long
it.
arms. I mean, they do work. They're really handy. I mean,
Yeah.
I do have to say, if there was a thing that I could like implement in my body and it would be like go gadget arm and my arm would just stretch out, I would probably just do that because it's super handy.
Is that the superpower you'd wish for?
No, not really.
I'd go for invisibility.
No, not really. I don't know. Like the not dying part, I would also like.
Immortality. Okay.
That to me is like a superpower in itself.
Okay.
You know? But I'm a weirdo, so I mean,
Invisibility, I mean, it's brilliant.
everyone watching this already knows that I'm a weirdo. So
Which is why we get along so well.
true, actually. So I'm calling her now my sister from another mister.
Yeah.
She's from the other side of
We
the North
think at the
Sea.
same time the same things.
At the spa, it was wonderful. I was thinking to myself, let's go to the sauna.
Because there's two different sections, and we're supposed to be in one section and then go to the next section, and then kind of finish the day.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I might go back to the first section. And she was thinking exactly the same thing.
And I said it out
exactly
loud.
the same time. And I was about to say it, and I was like, oh my God.
And that was the first time.
But
then
it's not just that. There's
Yeah.
been so many strange things like that.
also cat in the background. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Hi, kitty.
What about all those weird coincidences in the first few days? There were so many strange things kept happening.
Yeah, it was wonderful. But also, I've had like the best couple of steaks on this island that I've eaten in like the past 2 or 3 years. They were
It's
wonderful.
good since you mainly eat steak. I'm like, do you eat sushi? Do you want to go for an Indian curry? Do you want No, I just want steak, please.
Steak and fries, and then steak and fries. And when I'm done with steak and fries, I would like some steak and fries. And I would
or
like,
fries on their own because I keep taking you to the drive-thru.
but I also would like some steak and fries with my steak and fries.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I like meat. And usually at home I eat chicken.
We've given you some chicken.
Yeah, I know.
We fed you
Phil,
chicken as
Phil
well.
made me a whole chicken and it was delicious. But like, I usually eat chicken always, every day. So it was really nice to just be like, steak and fries. And just medium rare. Don't come with me with your rare or medium or well done. If you're a well done kind of person, I mean, there's the door. Just,
Well, you met my mum and she's a well-done steak person.
Let's pretend
But
I don't know that
just
information.
we kept that we kept that information back from you.
I've also met your mom and dad, and her father is like the biggest fan of ancient architects, which was fun. So
He sends me the notifications all the time, even though I obviously have watched it for a
it's
very
really-
long time.
it's really
because
funny.
this has been my personal interest since
Now
before
I
I
can-
started my channel.
But
anyway, it's fine.
really funny because now I can bully Matt from Ancient Architects that not he but I met his biggest fan.
Yeah. And she tried to steal him. She tried to make him her biggest fan.
I mean, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. You took a picture of us and then Matt like edited it to like his fan club.
Yeah.
So that was funny. It was lovely. And yeah, so far my trip to Malta past 7-8 days. I've been here for 8 days already.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't want to go home. Can you like adopt me maybe?
Sure.
Phil, adopt me. I know he hears me.
He can move out. You can move in.
No, like I'm looking for apartments in the Netherlands. Ugh, it's a thing. But no.
But the summer. So we really want to go to the Hypermuseum again. I mean, I've been there a few times in the past 10 years, and I love it so much. It really is a very unique site.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing like it. So I'd love to go again when you come in the summer. And also, there were a few tourists there, and they were okay because they only allow small groups, and you have to pre-book the tours. Like I booked it a month in advance, but they were still a tiny bit annoying.
There was a
For
guy.
us, they were a tiny.
There was a guy at the Oracle Hole. Or the Oracle Pit, what is
the,
it?
the niche,
it's
this niche in a wall
Oracle
that's supposed to resonate
niche.
when you shout into it.
So
in
in the ceiling there, the art, the ancient art with like the red ochre paint is incredibly visible there, and it's absolutely beautiful. And you had like these tiny sort of windows and frames out of cut out of the bedrock. And the tour guide was like, or was it like the thing? You had like a walkie-talkie kind of thing.
like audio guide.
Yeah, really annoying. I'm not the kind of person for like audio guides like that, but I mean, it's
No,
okay.
I always say no, but you can't really do that there.
You can't do that without it. So the woman on the audio guide was like how a very low male voice in that space could have like a reverb kind of effect.
It resonates apparently at a specific frequency, which can affect brainwaves. So there's been some research into it. Anyway, so they were explaining this to us.
So they were explaining this to us, and the rest of the group was like done. Their audio guide thing was done for that section, so they all moved back. And so a man passed us and then started clapping. Not just once or twice or 3 times or maybe even 4 times, but he kept clapping. And everyone was just, looking backwards, and we were looking at each other like, that's so annoying. You're like 7 meters or something below ground level. You're like way below, and then this guy is like clapping.
And he was nowhere near the niche. So when he was trying, I don't know what he hoped would happen.
That's like a clap.
Because it wasn't a voice,
It
a
wasn't
low
a
booming
low-
voice.
yeah.
But if you think that maybe clapping resonates in the same way that a low booming voice resonates, then you still need to be inside the little niche in the wall to see the results of that.
Yeah.
Or hear the results of that. And he was miles away on the walkway, and he just kept clapping. He just kept clapping. And Kaylee was looking at me, and she was getting so annoyed with this guy. And she was like, seriously? What's wrong with it?
So then we made our way to, one sec, let me do that. Send a message real quick. I can multitask, no I can't, but that's okay. We then made our way to the Holy of Holies, which is this last section where they allow you to sort of stand within the railing, and when you stand there you can look below, and there's a whole level below you, but you're not allowed there, blah blah, was fun. The ceiling was low, so Kaylee was standing there this is fine, I'm fine. Because I couldn't stretch.
Even I can't really stand up properly there.
But I didn't want to go
very
through,
low.
Down through the knees.
And the main reason it's so low is because the walkways are elevated.
Yeah,
so
it's dumb. Didn't make any sense to have that.
Very few people are going to fit through there.
So I was standing there like, this fine. I can't see anything. I've got like 5 people in front of me. The annoying clapping guy was like right behind me, which wasn't fun. So I stood there for about 4 or 5 minutes. The audio guide, which was fun. Good thing I don't have like a hernia or anything. So everyone then made its way back. But because of the fact that you've got 10 people and it's like a quite narrow walkway, this is the point where I'm almost gonna cry that I didn't have a phone with me, because the tour guy, the one keeping an eye on everything, was like all the way gone, and I was on my own with everyone else in the walkway, and I stood on my own in the Holy of Holies.
I could have
squeezed out of like the walkway. I could have like walked there, taken photos, taken footage if I had a phone on me.
Yeah.
This is the point where I honestly feel like I'm just gonna cry, because if I had a phone with me, I would have made amazing footage and video and
But
pictures.
we're not rule breakers. Also, you know, we were using our phones to buy the ticket because the QR code was on it. Yeah. And then they said, now put your phone in the locker, and we were like,
it was like your vaccine.
You can't even like really. There's no gap where he's not watching.
So in July, what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna try, is I've got 2 phones. I've got my new phone, which is amazing and wonderful and fun, but I've also got my old phone, and I can put my QR code on my old phone, be sensible, smart, and not blonde, like I usually am, you know, and then try and take my good phone with like the good camera. It's 128 megapixels. Should work. And
You're going to be sneaky.
But I'm probably just going to do it like this. I'm probably going to get like a private access. So I buy all 10 tickets for 1 hour in July. And then in the immediate hour after, gonna buy 2 tickets for us to go again, so that we can go back to back.
Yeah.
I've already scanned my QR code, blah, blah, fun. Because when it's just the 2 of us, I'm probably not gonna be able to make such footage, but you have the experience of the place to yourself. That's quite an experience on its own.
The experience, yeah, it would be amazing.
And then in the second hour, when we have like 8 other people with us, I can be a sneaky sneak and be the girl in the Holy of Holies with the phone and like the footage and the photos, and I'm just gonna try. And if they kick me out, I've already been there an hour previously, just the 2 of us. It's like, what you gonna do now?
I do not condone this type of rule breaking, Kaylee.
Yes,
Even
you
though
do. You want that footage.
I'm always jumping over walls, though. Like that's.
You really did try, and you knocked over one of the
rope.
ropes.
Yeah, I was trying to do what Kaylee does, stretch really far, but I don't stretch. I just kind of tripped over the rope.
Long arms.
And the pillar fell over, and Kaylee's like, "Security are watching. Can you not do that again?"
Security wasn't watching. I think that woman was like sleeping on the job.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've learned, actually. Maltese people, they generally don't really give a...
They're very relaxed. There is a more Mediterranean kind of attitude here, for sure.
I've always heard about
it's more relaxed.
How all the Mediterranean countries are, everything is like a bit slower.
Except for driving, that is not slow.
No, driving here is insane. But I've always heard that the Mediterranean countries, everything takes time. So like for you to want to eat, you order and like maybe 45 minutes later or something, you have food. While in the Netherlands, you order and like 15 minutes later, it's on your table. Eat, get out. Eat, get out. That's how it works. And here it's like you eat, and we sat for hours.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Sipped on some liquor.
For me, dinner is, it's a whole experience.
Yeah.
It requires conversation and tasting lots of lovely things. But tomorrow night, actually, the table has
That's not
two
wrong.
sittings, so we actually only get to stay there for 2 hours. But then we're moving on to some bars,
Yeah.
so it's okay. 'cause
I'm
we
gonna
haven't really
grab
done
some
that.
Malibu. If anyone has a question to Megalith Hunter or want to subscribe to her to get her to 1,000 subscribers, because she is close, people. She is close.
Yeah,
Make it happen.
my first big milestone.
I'm gonna grab some rum.
I'm just going to bring my phone so because I cannot read the chat on that screen. It's like, so I'll read it on the
It's
little-
like, why even have glasses?
I know.
Okay, be kind to Megalith Hunter. I'll grab rum and I'll be back in like what? 20 seconds probably.
Yeah.
I'll be fast.
The Malibu is right there.
Yes.
That's why we're filming in the dining room.
Yeah, of course. Sensible.
Yeah, you can have some Malibu. That's the first question that we've had.
Of course. That's
We will transport it, and we will, or you can drink it virtually with us.
Yeah. Or he takes a train to Amsterdam.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to the Netherlands quite a few times in the past, but mostly for work conferences and things. I don't think I really got to experience the Netherlands properly.
So,
So now I'll come and visit you.
boozy blondes. I mean, you're not wrong.
I can't really say anything about that.
No, for real.
Ah,
So,
Raqqa.
yeah.
I had Raqqa in Crete. Was it Crete? Was it Raqqa? I think so. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I didn't drink it myself. I was 13, but I got to know what it was.
Wait.
I
one
saw
sec.
other people drink it.
One moment. You did not drink at 13?
No.
You're a fake Northern European.
I started
and
to-
Henrik will agree with me because I was 12 when my own dad told me, "You're now 12. It's time you had your first alcohol."
Wow.
It's a rite of passage. It's Northern Europe.
No, I mean,
I didn't drink until I was drunk. That's like the reason why I've been only drunk once in my entire life.
no, when I started going out when I was 16, I had pineapple juice. I was a real geek. And then in my 20s, I started drinking, and now I've made up for it, like more than made up for it. You know, if I'm not dancing on a table,
My rum to
is it
Coke,
even a night out?
My rum to Coke ratio is perfect for the fact that I'm drinking like 5 or 6 of them. If it
Yeah.
was just one, it would be half-half. It's not. Here, Henrik, I was drunk at 12 for the first time. See, I mean, this is what I mean. It's a rite of passage in Northern Europe. Around the age of 12, you start drinking. And usually, most kids don't get drunk like Henrik. But Henrik is a special snowflake because he's from Denmark. He lives under a cloud of grey skies.
Fair enough.
Of course you get drunk all the time. It's very depressing.
Yeah, what else would you do?
Yeah. It's not like Finland where they go into like saunas naked with like groups of people to then swim in like minus 20 degrees water. Like, why would you even do that?
I just don't get it.
Doesn't make any sense. Finnish people, according to a friend of mine, Finland doesn't exist. So like, I'll believe that.
Yeah.
Change my mind. Make me believe otherwise. Finland doesn't exist.
I mean, when we went to the sauna the other day, I have nothing against, every country has its traditions and
You went into the ice room.
but I do not like the idea of a naked sauna. And I studied in Germany
neither.
when I was 20, and I went to this sauna. Well, it was like an Irish baths in Munich, and I wanted to go there and try this old like swimming pool where the building dated back to the 1800s, so it was really beautiful, historic building, and I wanted to go and try out all the facilities. And I was quite young, and I didn't know that everything was naked. Never again.
This is like the reason why in the Netherlands I never go to a sauna.
I did get special permission to keep my costume on, but what's the difference when no one else is in costume? I was
You've
really
got, like,
uncomfortable.
Dongs against you, brushing against you, like. Ugh,
I'm British.
not for me.
I'm prudish. It was just so. I mean, prudish in the sense I'm fine to go around in a bikini, but come on, like I can't be running around like with everything out. So
With the flappy
even
bits.
yeah, just no.
Not for me.
So I learnt my lesson. And then when we have friends live in Scandinavia, and they're always saying, "Oh no, it's naked saunas there," and it's quite normal because you go as a family and it's a group outing, and nobody thinks it's weird. And I was like, "Oh, I couldn't." I even had to climb over people in the steam room because everybody was like on these benches, and to get to the top where there was a gap, I had to like climb over everyone, and I was so uncomfortable.
It's not
My
for me.
face was a picture. And the thing is, I was a student, didn't have any money. I saved up to go to this place because it was really historic and beautiful and it was quite expensive. And it was such a waste of time. I was there for like 10 minutes and I was out.
Oh, terrible. So,
So here, by the way, in Malta, it's not like that.
someone
so
says
full relief.
naked sauna trauma.
Yeah, that's it. And so I said to Kaylee, don't worry, here, no one's naked.
Thank God.
You'll be fine.
I don't mind being in my bikini because,
Yeah.
it covers stuff.
But we're drawing the line there.
Also, we went to like this indoor pool that was like attached to the sauna, and there was a kid. I think I've got like some damage to my hearing at this point because the kid just screamed so loud and so much, and it just kept going. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that was something.
Turns out we don't like that either.
No, but like seriously, what do I like?
We don't like people.
In general,
don't
I don't
like people.
really like people. So yeah, half Dutch from Germany. What? Who's half Dutch from Germany? I'm Dutch. I'm from German descent, and I still hate naked saunas and all the naked stuff. Like in the Netherlands, I grew up with the naked beaches, and my mom, when I was young, would take me to these naked beaches, and then people would like look at us, me and my sisters, because we didn't want to take our bikinis off, and my mom was like, "It's a naked beach, just do it. You're a kid," and we were like, "I don't like this.
No.
I don't like this." So yeah, no, we very early on decided to not do that. Me and my sisters, we all don't like that. My mom there was like, wee, and she just, everything was tanning, and I'm like, yeah, you like
Okay,
that?
I mean, I do understand it on a beach in a way for the all over tan. I wouldn't do it myself. I'm still going to be uncomfortable to do that. But
I would like a tanning bed and then do it because no one else can see me.
But there is some logic in the sense that you don't get your white patches.
I don't care about
But-
that. My white patches show how much I've tanned. It's something to be proud of. Look, this reflects light, the rest doesn't. Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
My entire body at this point reflects light because I haven't
Yeah.
seen real sun in like nearly 2 years at this point.
I tan super deep, and
Me too.
But this last summer I didn't seem to have much time for it,
Nope.
so I can like usually keep a bit of a tan over the winter. But now I look sickly. So
Recycled
pale.
heart DM, the more people you meet, the more you like your cat. Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's exactly like that. I mean, in general, I can handle people. It's just that people...
If they're considerate and respectful.
But the thing is, I'm the kind of person that if I walk straight on to someone, I will move out the way. People never move out the way for me because they don't give a shit. And that's why I don't like people. Henrik, click and signal planes with her pale hands. I want to now travel to Denmark and just slap the boy in the face. It's like tap, tap, tap. You shut up about my pale hands. I bet he reflects light entirely with his body.
Exactly.
Yeah, Henrik. You go signal the planes with like your entire body, because I bet you reflect light more. So yeah. Also, the mouse doesn't work because we did the mic. I'm very
We've run out of
smart.
USB ports, everybody, okay?
Yeah, I need to
It
like...
happens.
One thing I now know that I need to buy is a
hub.
USB hub.
Me too.
I mean, the things you learn when you do YouTube
Yeah.
and you travel, you know? So, we have this video, the Join Me on Tour, Let's Explore Egypt. I made a promo video earlier today, and I show you the sites that we're gonna visit. I talk about the itinerary, and I am extremely excited to go to Egypt from October 5th until October 16th. If you want to join me, you can go to adeptexpeditions.com/tours, click on the History and Mysteries tour with me, History with Kaylee. It's a me, it's a Klee. And book your spot, because tours like this do pretty fast sell out sometimes, you know? People want to join. So, here you have the... Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, it does work. Oh, look at me. I can make things work, I think. This is what you see when you go on the website. and I'm really bad at how things like this work because I'm used to doing everything with a mouse, as you can see. But yeah, join me on my tour from October 5th until October 16th. If you want, you're more than welcome to. I'll just say it. You're more than welcome to. Yes. And I would love people to join me in Egypt and walk around with me while I melt, which is something that I like.
And get
I
lots of
love
exercise.
Hot weather. Oh, a lot of exercise because we're going to see a lot of places. So I'll go over the itinerary one more time because, you know, I'm very nice like this. I'm a very kind and fun person when
With lots of patience.
not many weirdo people are around me. Let's just keep it like that. Let's keep it simple. So on the first day you arrive in Cairo, then we have like a dinner and a meet and greet, and we're all just gonna like meet everyone because, you know, you're not the only person on the tour. I'm not the only person on the tour. It's nice to know who you're gonna hang out with for the next 11 days. So I have no idea how many people will join the tour, Ivan, but understand that I'm doing the tour. So yeah, if you want to join me, join me. You can put your link in
Blue Dog, okay, will you pay?
I can barely pay rent at this point. How am I going to do that? So yeah, no. First day we arrive, we meet, it's fun. Then we all go to bed early. Trust me, you want to go to bed early because the next morning we'll wake up extremely early before the sun even rises because we're going to experience what's talking. We're going to experience the sunrise between the Sphinx's paws.
The Sphinx's paws. You said it really good. We only did that take 100 times earlier.
Right? Because it almost sounds like I'm
Sphinx's
saying pause.
paws.
Like pause.
Sphinx's paws.
The Sphinx's pores? Wonderful. But yeah, we go do that, which is to me one of the most incredible experiences I think I can have in like a lifetime because only going to the Sphinx is already not something that you can just do. You need special permissions for that. And to have an experience of the sunrise while you're standing between the paws of the Sphinx is just incredible. So, for real. Then we do Saqqara the next day, where we will visit the Serapeum with like the amazing, massive granite boxes underground. How the hell did they got them in there? It's not for me to solve that kind of mystery, you know? We then go to the Unas Pyramid.
And the cats are awake.
The cat woke up. There's a cat, and it meows.
Toby, stop embarrassing us.
He's not embarrassing us.
We've
He's
got
a cat.
guests. We've got guests in the dining room, okay?
It's a cat, and what do cats do best? They meow.
Interrupt videos.
Exactly.
In my
That's
case, most of the time.
what a cat is for, actually. They're there to interrupt you and like be annoying when they shouldn't be.
Okay, boy.
So we then go to the Djoser complex and Dashur to the Red Pyramid and the Bent Pyramid, which is amazing. I mean, do it. Then the next day we fly to Luxor. From Cairo, we fly to Luxor, and in the evening we will see, or in the day we will see the Luxor Museum, and in the evening we will visit the Luxor Temple of Man. Amazing. Then the next day, on day 5, we go to the Karnak Temple, and we start to embark on our Nile cruise. Then we go on day 6 to Abydos, to the Temple of Seti I and the Osirion, and we will also visit the Dandera Temple of Hathor. You know, the one with the light bulb and the melted stairs.
Yeah. I've never been to that one.
No, me neither. I've never been to any of the Egyptian things because my ex was like, oh, let's stay at the resort.
Yeah, you just went to
Why
the Red
go to-
Sea.
Why go to Egypt when you don't even want to leave the resort?
Yeah.
Feels like a waste. Feels like a waste. Like, things like that would just make me cry if I think about it too much. On the 7th day, we go to the west bank of the Nile, We visit the Hatshepsut Temple, which I covered in a video about Hatshepsut. Of course, have you met me? I do things like that. We will also visit Deir el-Medina, the Valley of the Kings, the Ramesseum, and the Colossi of Memnon. Something I've always wanted to see. It's just amazing. Of course I want to go there. Then on day 8, we go to the Adfood Temple of Horus and Kom Ombo. I can't talk anymore. Kom Ombo. I can do this. I can talk. On day 9, we go to the Oswan Quarry to visit the unfinished obelisk of Hatshepsut. I've covered this in the video of Hatshepsut, and I think I've even mentioned it in 1 or 2 of my other videos. All my videos at this point, after nearly 2 years, my anniversary is March 18th when I get a new tattoo. More on that later. But all videos that I've created become a little bit of a blur after nearly 2 years. I don't know how Matt from Ancient Architects does this, because he sort of remembers nearly everything, I feel, what he made a video on. It's insane.
That's difficult.
Yeah. He has a really good working brain when it comes to things like that.
Yeah.
With other things, he has like no memory, which is very fun. I always bully him on Twitter. I'm made to do that. It's just who I am at this point.
A big bully.
I'm a big bully.
Big tall bully.
I am tall. We also go on day 9. After the unfinished obelisk, we go to the Philae Temple of Isis, which is something that was extremely high on my bucket list. Like NEXT somehow decided, we're gonna like tick off everything on your bucket list for Egypt.
It's a very comprehensive tour.
It's a
you've got
really
there.
long tour. On day 10, we fly back from Luxor to Cairo, and we take the day to chill. Swim at a pool, do nothing, stretch your legs. Already look forward to that, because I'm probably gonna need that after the first 9 days.
Yeah.
And then on the 11th day, we go to the museum in Cairo, not the Grand Egyptian Museum because it opens in November. But you know, I can't help it. Blue dog, I'm 5'9", 176 centimeters.
I'm 5'4", so a bit short.
My dad was tall and he was like, I'll have tall daughters. He did that. On day 11, after the Egyptian Museum, not the Grand Egyptian Museum, but the Egyptian Museum, we will have a private visit inside the Great Pyramid and a meditation session inside the King's Chamber. I mean, what more do you want? No other people inside the pyramid, but you and your tour group. That's kind of amazing.
That's special.
Yeah.
That's really special.
And in the evening, we have a farewell dinner party, and the next morning, on the 12th day, you fly home. Because everyone eventually needs to go home, I guess. Yeah. I mean, even I have to go home on Monday. Can y'all just cry with me that I have to go back to grey, gloomy Netherlands? Where everyone speaks Dutch, and they don't sell Cadbury chocolates. Everyone in England who likes me, send me Cadbury chocolates. I'll have to like open a P.O. box, and the only thing I get from in my P.O. box is just Cadbury chocolate.
You're a cheap date, to be fair.
Yeah, I like steak and fries, and I drink rum and cokes, which in Malta isn't even that expensive.
Nope.
It's like €3 a glass.
And she just wants loads of Cadbury chocolate, so I just keep taking her to the supermarket, and she just buys like loads of it to take back with her.
Yeah,
So-
I've got like...
And then eats it, and then has to go back and buy more to take back with her.
I only ate 1 package. Oh, 2 packages. One of the Kinder packages and one of the Flakes packages.
And you've had some cookies.
So, this is going to be funny. Okay, I'll explain the cookies. We needed Coke for my Malibu rum so that I could mix my drinks. So Laura was kind enough to send her husband Phil a message.
He said he was going to be at the supermarket at some point that day, and if we needed anything, we should message him.
Exactly.
So we were like, oh my gosh, she's run out of Coke for her Malibu,
Yeah.
and also run out of Malibu. So we sent him a message.
A large, full-fat Coke.
A bottle of Malibu and a large bottle of full-fat Coke, because she doesn't do the diet stuff. Full-fat Coke.
Red. I need sugar. I mean, yeah.
And
so he comes home with
puts
the
the
groceries.
Malibu.
And then out of the bag come 3 packages of extra large cookies.
Like really big cookies.
The American styled cookies.
And we're just looking at him thinking, and then he says, Kaylee, I wasn't sure which ones you wanted. She's thinking, I didn't want any. So I bought you 3 kinds to choose from, and then just leaves them in front of her. And she's looking at me, and I'm just thinking, something is...
And then a couple minutes later, she's like, but where's the Coke? And he said, you wanted cookies. And she said, no. Coke. Large, full-fat Coke.
And he said, oh, I misread it. I thought it said full-fat cookies. Like full-fat cookies is a thing. And that's why these massive cookies came back. Not just any cookies. He went to search for really big ones. Instead of...
Now, every time...
So she's like, what am I going to drink with my Malibu?
And that's why he gave me the whiskey on the rocks.
Because...
There was nothing to mix with my Malibu. And so the day after, I bought 3 bottles of Coke, and he came home, and I had poured myself a glass of Coke, and I looked at him, and I said, look, I'm drinking full, large, fat cookies. So he's never gonna live through that. No. I'm gonna bully Phil with that for the rest of my life. For as long as I can, I'll return in July, and the first thing I'll say when I see him is, did you bring the large, full, fat cookies?
Talk about lost in translation, that one.
He's Maltese.
Yeah.
It's funny though. Yeah, it was...
But he's a tall Maltese, just by the way, because she keeps saying
he
they're all
is
short.
Exceptionally
They're not
tall.
all short.
Yeah.
You get the odd tall
99% of them are short from what I've seen. And like, of the 99% that are short, about 90% is like on the big size. I've never seen so many short and like roundish people. I'm not being nasty or anything, but like that's what I've seen so far.
All I've heard from you this week is I hate people, I hate tour groups, I hate children. Those children in the pool were horrible. Why did they not do that with the customer service? What's that? Why did they take so long with my luggage? Yeah.
No, today was something.
But I'm not being mean.
No, I know.
Oh, today we
went
did
to
have
Manidra, and it was wonderful. And we had to go to the bathroom because, I mean, you're all the way down and quite far away.
Manidra is all the way down the hill if you haven't been. And then the only place where there's any kind of facilities is back at the museum, which is basically a kilometer's walk uphill.
So we walked all the way back uphill, went to the bathroom, bought a Coke, bought some stuff, bought a hot dog. He only had one, but I mean, it was a hot dog.
She got her hot dog.
Yeah.
I got a packet of crisps.
So we then made our way back to, the temples. And this woman at the kiosk of Hajarim looked at our ticket, she scanned it, and she was like, oh, hey, come back, because can I see the date on your ticket? Because I already scanned it.
Yeah, she said, like, it's not beeping. Why is it not beeping? We said, oh, because you already beeped it earlier. And technically, we're not supposed to come back a second time, but we needed to go and use the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's the same day ticket. You can still use it within the same day, I guess.
It
would make sense. And she said, oh, okay, no problem. Go on in.
This is a woman, and she understands. We are women.
We need to use the facilities.
Small bladders. I mean, we have a uterus in
and
there that just takes up space.
We were spending some hours there.
Yeah.
And then we went down to the next section, to Amnidra. And the security guard there wasn't as accommodating. In fact, he was pretty angry with us for even attempting to go to the toilet. And come back.
We should have told him, and we were like, okay, but like if we had told you, the ticket would still not beep, we would still have the same issue. And he was like, you're not allowed to go to the bathroom.
It got weird.
You say that to a woman, that I'm not allowed to go to a bathroom. What if I was pregnant or on my period? I mean, I'm a woman.
So Kaylee went full Dutch angry woman on him, and he said, come in my kiosk. And she goes in the kiosk and he shows her, look, beep, it doesn't beep.
And I looked,
because you already came
and
earlier.
I pointed at the date, like, look, bought this earlier
yes,
today.
Yes, but we came an hour ago and we went to the toilet and came back in. It's not like we're trying to reuse the ticket on other days or give the ticket to other people. You saw us this morning, we were the first there. He had to unlock the gates for us, so he knew us.
He hadn't even opened the gate for us.
Anyways, we got in, but he wasn't happy about it, and he was quite mean.
So we made a formal complaint about him, because how can you not allow a woman to use the bathroom?
Yeah. And they said that they will make an email so that everybody's aware that it really shouldn't be an issue in the future, because we just thought, it's not really cool if other people or pregnant ladies are going down there and then they can't even go use the facilities and go back to the temple, which is such a waste of a ticket then, really. So we went back up and then she did the thing. Dutch angry lady again.
I mean, sometimes, like, this is the thing. I'm Dutch. I got a short temper for certain type stuff.
No, but you were very
diplomatic.
diplomatic.
Especially when it comes to, like, disrespect towards me. I can be, like, very fun and happy and smiley up until the point where you disrespect me and it's like, you're really gonna do this? For real?
Yeah.
I just went to the bathroom.
Well, the point that we made as well was, firstly, it's not logical, obviously. No. But secondly, if it were...
Yeah, exactly. Like Henrik says, put the toilets within the perimeter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We said there were no facilities down there.
Yeah.
And if it were like that he really has to stick to the rules, then, okay, I can understand him being worried about breaking the rules, but then he should just call up to the headquarters or the supervisor and ask for permission.
I do have to laugh.
And he was a bit rude as well. Like, he was like, get in the kiosk, look, beep, beep, beep. And we were just like, oh my gosh, like, this is a real overreaction for two ladies that went to the toilet.
We have Blue Dog saying, so much toilet talk. If this is a lot for you, Blue Dog, then I advise you to not come to the Netherlands because people there talk about the poop shelf. It's the toilet in the Netherlands where there is a poop shelf. So lovely. If you don't like toilet talk, then don't go to the Netherlands. Also, I'm not Frisian. I'm not of Frisian descent. I'm of, as far as I know, I'm of Dutch and Germanic descent. And the Germanic ones I know a little bit more about than the Dutch. Still need to do a DNA test to completely find out. But I'm very Dutch. Not Frisian. Frisians are like a very different, nearly breed, I would say, because I don't understand what a Frisian is saying in their own language of Frisian. I know the pompenbladen, which is like the lotus leaves on their flag. It's called pompenbladen. I know that. And I know that they do viereljeppen.
Oh, my brother's popped in.
Your brother's popped in. We have the brother, Mr. Christopher Parker, because I know your last name. I called him out.
Hi, Chris.
So
but we made our little complaint.
And your nephew says hi.
Oh,
how dare you not notice that?
Hi, Noah. He watches me on the television. It's so cute.
Her nephew kisses the television when her face is on.
When he puts the YouTube on the big screen. So the point is that we made our point today.
Yeah.
And then we felt good about it. We felt good about it.
Yeah, because I don't want other young women who are more impressionable than me to get that feeling as if they're not allowed to go to a bathroom.
The irony is that in the middle of us making the formal complaint, she needed the toilet again. And so we actually ended up making it to and the first person wasn't the right person, then the second person wasn't the right person. So then she went to the toilet, then I made it to the third person. And then I'm sure at some point the story changed along the way, but we tried.
I mean, I don't care. The one guy at the museum of Hajarim and Menaidra kept saying like these Dutch words to me. The moment he found out that I was Dutch, he was like, goedemiddag, tot ziens.
He was great. He was
Graag
great.
gedaan, dankjewel. And I'm like, I feel like home.
Yeah, that was some good service.
It was cute. It was just really funny to have someone. I always have this when I go to a foreign country and people know that I'm Dutch. They immediately want to say all the Dutch words that they know to me. And especially the ones with the G, because the Dutch G is like, I always explain it as a choking, growling sound, because I don't know how else to explain it. But
I can't do it.
Goedenavond.
I'm never going to be able to do that one.
So no, there's no footage of me in a bikini in a sauna. You'll never see me in bikini. Stop asking me about such stupid things.
To be fair, we started that conversation about saunas.
Yeah, but even then, I get these things all the time. I get these comments all the time. No, we're not going to do that. It's about history. You like history. You're on my channel. That's the reason you're watching me. It's not necessarily about the way I look, and otherwise I'm just not going to show myself in the frame anymore eventually because I get tired of it.
Oh, thanks Copper Horse for pushing my channel and letting everyone know it exists. It's
yeah.
Very sweet.
Megalith
really
Hunter.
Working for the cause here.
Let me just grab your link.
That's he's put loads of reminders to everybody as
Yeah.
they've joined the chats. That's amazing.
I mean,
Thank
honestly,
you.
go and subscribe to Megalith Hunter. Let me just grab
I
your
work hard
channel.
on it, but I'm still small and growing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do. You're at 913 now.
Oh, thanks everybody.
Look at you. You're going.
Let's break 1,000 today.
Yeah, let's break 1,000. I mean,
Little milestones, mini milestones.
we have
Small wins.
174 people watching here. If everyone subscribes to Megalith Hunter, she'll reach 1,000.
That'd be amazing.
So I say do it. Just do it. I mean, the Shia LaBeouf? No?
I don't know these things.
Okay, there's one thing that I have to do, and that's culture this woman, because she doesn't know Tron. This is my Tron inspired outfit, and I love it. She doesn't know Shia LaBeouf. Just do it.
No.
Like the memes.
I like memes, but I seem to have
don't know the
missed quite a
Shia
lot. I'm going to pay more attention in your Discord server now so that I can get in with all the memes,
Exactly.
and I might even create some myself.
Yeah. Memes.
I'll help you
Memes
out.
are fun, and most of my conversations are in GIFs.
Yeah.
Because I mean, why talk when you do a GIF?
It's just
Right?
completely unnecessary. And the fact that you keep tripping up, words and letters, it doesn't matter in a GIF.
In a GIF. It's a GIF. Lynn is German-Cuban. That's a nice combination. So the next person I would like to meet is Lynn Mitzi, because I mean, that type of temper is my thing. I like a spicy, good temper. Wonderful. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Derek. That's really nice. So yeah, people subscribe to Megalith
Thanks,
Hunter.
Ivan.
Where's the link? I just put it in.
You did it. Yeah, you did it.
I'll put it again. There's the link. I've put it again. I mean, I still cater to everyone here. So yeah. Also, Ziggy had like a wonderful keen observation at Tahajrat,
Yeah.
I think it was. So most of these temples that they have here on Malta, they have reconstructed because they did excavations. And when you do excavations, like they take pictures, they take it apart, they use like the soil underneath the stones for soil samples and all that stuff, and then they rebuilt it.
Or sometimes they just find them, some of them, the lintels fall.
Yeah.
So they might leave some orthostats in situ, but the lintels that make the trilithons, they fall to the side.
Exactly.
So they have to kind of put them back on to look like the original. And
Exactly.
sometimes, yeah, of course, there's also extra
So what
bricks added.
at Tahajrat, you had like another of these doorways.
Yeah.
And the capstone of it, which is like the top, sort of like the roof of it.
The lintel, yeah.
The lintel. They, it was a weird shape on the top, and I didn't see that necessarily when we were there, because I mean, I'm just looking at everything and there's so much. And I've noticed this from Ziggy a lot on Twitter, Ziggy Dan. He has a really keen eye on things, and he was like, is that lintel not just upside down? Like the wrong side is up. And then I looked at the photo and I showed Laura, and we were just both looking at it, and we were like,
I'm never going to look at it the same way again. And I've
He's
been there
right.
so many times.
and he's right.
And I've noticed lots of things at that temple that I think are strange. Like they talk about like there being a wall at the back, but I'm pretty sure there was a second entrance where the stairway is. Anyways, I've talked about this on my channel.
Yeah.
So I've noticed things, but nothing on the level of what Ziggy notices. All these really fine details. So thanks Ziggy for that, because we were just wow, yeah.
Oh, you're at
We were-
944.
Oh, thank you. We were talking about it that night, and we were just like, he's right. Look, it's upside down.
But it was really strange to see. So, yeah, I mean, that was something.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And now every time I go back to one of the sites, I notice something I haven't seen before.
Plus, like, so for the first
Wow.
couple days, you were like in your whole stuff.
I really was into my megalithic holes. I'm going through a phase.
Ivan, thank you so
I
much
made
for
a
the
video
super chat.
about megalithic holes, and now I found more holes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, Laura, you cannot do another video on it. That people will think you're crazy. They got more things. There's so many other subjects to explore.
Yeah,
But maybe there will be a part 2 one day in the future.
maybe. Ivan, thank you for the super chat. That's really nice. And about like observations, if we're just gonna go there now. So the first couple of days, it was just holes. Everything we see, holes. It's a hole. It's nice. It's a hole. And then it was burn. Burn
Burn marks everywhere.
So then we started to look at burn marks.
And then we're seeing them everywhere.
Everywhere we looked. And I tried to see them at Menidra, but I really couldn't as much as yesterday.
No.
I think, what was it yesterday?
Borjanadur.
Borjanadur.
So I'm aware that archaeologists they know that in Tarjin temples there was a lot of fire damage in the past. And this may have happened at the end of the temple period, and may be one of the reasons why the site was abandoned.
Yeah.
But I've never really read anything about the fire damage at the temples. And at Borjanadur, we were literally seeing it in everywhere. Single megalith. And in other temples, you have to remember a lot of it's reconstructed. So it depends. Like, you might not see the same things. But yeah, it was so strange. Now we are like, was there a lot of fire damage back then?
Yeah.
Was it purposefully destroyed and abandoned? Was there some sort of a battle or an external kind of power came in? I mean, it is a mystery as to why the temple people left Malta. There's a lot of theories, but but yeah, who knows? And we are kind of noticing it.
Also, Michael, thank you for the rum and coke super chat. The thing is, it's like the keen observations from some people that aren't there necessarily, but they see one or two pictures, and that's all they can go off of. So you observe things in a really different way than actually standing there. Because when you stand in a temple like this, you get overwhelmed with everything you see around you. Like, I was at Menidra for the second time today, and I was just overwhelmed with the amount of things I see. Mm-hmm. And I need to actually sit down with my head in the sun and close my eyes and process what I've just seen, because it's just so much for my brain to comprehend.
Yeah.
It's really strange. It's really an experience in itself, these temples. It really is.
And there's always something to learn from them.
And you've been to all of these temples a lot.
So many times.
You lived here on the island for
almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years. So, and even you, after this many years and going this often, you still see new things.
Yep, all the time. So, and then also I'll read another report or an old archived excavation or something, and be like, oh wow, they think that was actually an entrance originally, and then I go back to have a look and I'm like, oh, I see it now. But you have to have read that paper to really understand it.
Yeah.
Someone is asking me if I know about Lenny. I can't pronounce her name.
Reydijk.
Yeah.
Reydijk.
Yeah, I read her book, cover to cover. It's really interesting. Actually, I want to do a video just on archaeoastronomy of the Maltese Islands.
I think you should do that.
But it needs a lot more research. I've read a number of papers on it. I read that book and it was really well researched.
Make it into multiple parts. Yeah. Make them shorter videos into multiple parts, because I do feel like that there is an audience for that. Exactly. And I wanted I've been talking to some people as well, like that are kind of experts on this subject, because it's quite scientific, to see, or independent researchers on it, to see if there is a way that we could collaborate as well. So yeah, I definitely want to look into that. It was such a good book. I was really intrigued by it. I did see a thing, and I have to respond real quick. Also, Henrik, thank you so much for the super chat. That's really nice of you. Doesn't necessarily have to come from you, because you're already a good friend. Someone says, let's talk about Thoth, Crowley, and the Hermetic Order.
Oh gosh, that is quite an intensive
First of all, I got
to
the
get into now.
Thoth tarot deck from Aleister Crowley. I rarely use it, because if you know anything about this deck and the size of this particular deck, you would know that
it's a nightmare to shuffle.
These cards are huge! And even though I'm tall and a giant, people see me as like a walking giant that's blonde, my hands are not big enough to handle cards like this. So I have it because my mom has the same deck, and my mom used this deck when I was young, and she would do like my tarot, and it was fun. I haven't used this deck much. I maybe shuffled it 5 times, or at least tried to shuffle it 5 times, gave up and decided it's very pretty to keep in the package. I use other tarot cards.
This is just one of your collectible items.
Yes, I collect tarot cards. It's a thing.
I was wondering why Kaylee's suitcase was so heavy. And then she brought out her tarot card and oracle card collection. And this isn't even all of them.
Nope. I kept some of them at home. Yeah, I collect things. I also
we had
collect
some
coins.
fun with those.
I also collect coins.
Yeah.
I'm a weirdo. I collect coins. Many people don't know. I have the Native American dollar coins.
Okay.
I've got the $25 packaging, like a roll. And I also got the Innovation Pennsylvania coin from 2021. Get on my level. So now I have some coins from the British Museum and coins from Heritage Malta.
Uh-huh.
I mean, of course. Also, Siphon, thank you so much for the video, the super chat. Have I watched the video released 2 days ago by After School with Uncharted X about the history of humankind being rewritten? It was really fantastic. I haven't watched it fully because I've only watched part of it because I'm on a trip in Malta and I decided not to actually really work much.
I have to say, I've got a bit behind with the community,
Yeah.
with watching the videos.
I
and
have
things.
watched Stefan Milo's video about Lucy and life and death of
Yeah.
Lucy in the Australopithecines, and I highly recommend watching that. He has a link to that on his Twitter. You just type in Stefan Milo either on YouTube or on Twitter. It's Stefan with an F, not a PH. Just so you know, it's a European kind of spelling, not the British, English, American type of spelling Stefan. But yeah, highly recommend watching that. Okay, so if anyone else has like a question for us, we're probably gonna go for another 18 minutes because then it will be a full 2 hours since the stream started, even though we had some technical issues and difficulties at the start. But hey, we survived, we managed, we're here.
Oh, there's another cat.
There's a cat. Same cat. It's the white cat again. Hi, Minka. I like cats. Soon I'll be having my own
Which is
place
really good.
with my own cats.
They love guests.
Yes, exactly. Mio Mio Koo just shared the Stefan Milo name in the chat.
Yep.
You can go to that channel or on Twitter. He has the links to his videos there. He makes amazing videos about human evolution. It's
And
one of the inspirations for me.
And Miu Miu Ku, yeah, I also saw her lecture as well some time ago. But I only read the book last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
My favorite megalith is a question that Henrik is asking. I think if you've seen my pictures at this point, the mouse doesn't work, Kaylee. Stop trying to use the mouse, it doesn't work. It's the megalith to the right here. It's the doorway megalith. You don't see it in any of the other pictures. It's the portal megalith from Mnajdra.
Yeah.
I sat in the door frame of that a couple times now.
It's hard to have a favourite, though.
It's hard to have a
You
favorite.
can't have a
but
favourite child.
I have to people can have a
And
favorite
megaliths
child.
are like children.
It's that megalith. It's like the entire door frame.
Yeah.
It's like one megalith.
It was
actually.
a hewn kind of portal
And
originally.
I love it.
Which is quite unusual because they're normally a lot smaller and
It's
that's
a massive
kind of, I think, the biggest
stone.
one.
And to think that like part of it, this part of it, broke off.
Yeah.
It used to be whole. It's amazing. Are there current excavations on Malta? Well, at least from what I've seen, there is current, constant construction on the island. Everywhere we go, it's construction of a road.
There's ongoing excavations at Tassilj. They actually found a megalith there last year, another part of the Neolithic temple complex. So that's a multi-period site. It was reused even up to the Byzantine period. But they did find a new Neolithic monument during excavations last year, which they announced in the press.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about other ones. The most recent, really comprehensive ones were done by the Fraxis project between 2013 and 2018, I think it was, like a 5-year project. And they've issued 2 monographs so far, which detail those excavations. And it's really interesting. They managed to redate or update the radiocarbon dating on the islands, pushed back the the inhabitants a little bit, and they found some really interesting things about environmental degradation towards the end of the temple period. So, I mean, these are really comprehensive books, but they're quite complicated. They go into a lot of detail on pollen and soil samples, but the takeaways are really interesting. Because I think the last excavations before that were like the 60s or something, so they were quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good that they finally start to pick it up again.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've sat in the car. I don't drive. I don't have a license. But yeah, no, I've sat in the car quite a bit, and we've driven around quite a bit.
We've been around, yeah.
I mean, we did about a month's worth of everything you want to do on Malta in about 8 days.
Yeah.
So we've done a lot. And I do feel like there's a lot more. And the cart ruts.
They're asking about cart ruts again. Yeah, I took her to a really deep set of cart ruts in the village of Umjar. These are near the Tahadrat and Scorba temples.
Yeah.
We went to the cart rut in St. George's Bay in Bujiba that goes under the sea. We went to some other cart ruts in Umjar, which unfortunately at this time of year, because there's a lot of vegetation, well, not unfortunately, it's great that there's vegetation, but you couldn't really see them very well because they were overgrown. In the summer, normally you can see them a lot better.
That's a very deep cart rut.
But actually this weekend we need to go to the famous Clapham Junction ones in Busquets, so I'll take you to those.
Tomorrow or Sunday?
Yeah, whenever it's not raining, because I think it's going to rain tomorrow.
I think
because we have to do a bit of walking and it's outside the whole
check.
time. So I will, but there's so many. I mean, I detail these a lot on my Instagram, and
most of them
there
are
are so many,
overgrown
hundreds.
at the moment.
I mean, I and some are on private property. Okay, you can't get to them, but even just near where I live, there are quite a number near modern day quarries, and I walk down there and I take photos. And I'm trying to build up a database on my website and in my head of all of them, but in terms of
it's gonna rain tomorrow.
It's gonna rain tomorrow. But in terms of like, if people ask me, do you think there's a pattern, or, I mean, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a pattern. They don't have any particular orientations. They seem to have formed a huge network, but whether that network was for transport is open to interpretation. A lot of the experts just really aren't sure. They come up with the idea that, okay, it could have been this type of transport, but then something they find goes against that, and then they think, okay, it could have been this type of transport, but then they find something else that goes against that. Then they thought it might be for irrigation, but then they found loads of reasons why it couldn't have been an irrigation system.
Yeah.
So actually nobody has solved this mystery, and they're not dated either. They might possibly be Bronze Age. That's kind of the favorite theory, but they could go back further. So, and they don't lead up to any of the megalithic temples. So I'm intrigued by this, and yeah, I've taken you to some, and the one that goes into the sea, it's not that easy to see from the road, but when you get down onto the beach, you can really see it.
Someone asks, what kind of stone are the megaliths built, granite or limestone? Well, most of them are either globigerina, limestone, or coralline limestone. Yeah. So yeah, and
there's no granite on these islands.
Robert Pizer asks a question about how much religious iconography is around Malta. I know that the Book of Acts describes St. Paul washing ashore on Malta shore after a shipwreck. That to me is very young history.
Yeah.
But this lady here knows a little bit more about younger history when it comes to Malta.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm interested in all kinds of history, but it's just that my passion is for the Neolithic. Yeah, the story is that St. Paul was washed ashore here, and there's like a saint's day to commemorate that. And there was lots of miracles on the islands at the time.
Yeah.
And he was looked after really well, and then, he left. But that's pretty recent history. Iconography, so much. I mean, there is more than 400 churches and chapels on the island. There's lots of wayside shrines and shrines in caves. I'm writing an article about that at the moment, actually.
Oh, awesome.
Just because,
Yeah.
like to do lots of different things. But that is really, I find that really fascinating, because we have, with the way the islands are made up of different kinds of limestone, you do get a lot of caves and tunnel systems that are natural, and many that have actually been kind of augmented, modified to create catacombs or Punic tombs. So there's like a whole underground world here, really, as well as the Neolithic ones like the Hypogeum and the Shara Stone Circle or the Santa Lucia Hypogeum. So in this kind of underground world, when you see there's some kind of a painting in the cave commemorating a saint, it's kind of creepy in a way, because these caves can be really dark, but at the same time, there's a really long history of religion on the islands. So, I mean, yeah, I'll get Kaylee to talk about my article when I write it, but no, it's too recent for us really. But I do touch on that from time to time because I am fascinated by these wayside shrines and chapels and things.
Yeah, I mean, I've now seen more of like Malta and the other types of history, and at Mdina, I think it was, or was it the Citadella of Gozo? You had like that plaque that Queen Elizabeth II and her husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, they've been there, you know. That was lovely to see, and it does feel nice to see such young history, and I like it. But I mean, like, not many people know this about me, but I'm very well versed in Dutch history, like the 80 Years' War and the way that we revolted against the Spanish, especially the city of Alkmaar, because I live close to it, and we celebrate the independence of Alkmaar.
You taught me a lot about this,
October.
actually, because I didn't know anything about that.
Exactly, and on October 8th, we celebrate Alkmaar's independence, and the fact that they won the siege from like the Spaniards by, you know, breaking the dikes and sort of like flooding them. I mean, it's a possibility that you can just decide to, you want to like overtake us? Swim.
Also, I didn't even take you to the Co Cathedral, which is an incredible building. It's carved and the carvings in Valletta, the carvings and sculptures cover the entire walls, ceilings and floors.
It's a good thing I'm coming back in
July.
July.
Quite something else, but I mean, we just can't do everything in 10 days, and we were focusing more on the ancient side of things.
Yeah. So for me, I know that I'm coming back in July, which means that the trip, the month that we tried to put in everything in these 10 days that I would be here, we've decided to like chill out a little bit from this point, because I'll be back in July in the middle of summer. The weather will be better. We will do things like rent a boat, apparently, because your husband is like, oh, let's sail.
Yeah.
So just gonna do that.
We'll sail, we'll do some pool stuff, we'll do some barbecues. So it'll be more of a holiday.
A holiday with some temple visits. But yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to come back here.
Yeah, and this week we got lots of footage, and obviously when you visit sites, even when you talk about them a lot and you research them, it's amazing to actually visit them and then talk about them. Having experienced it, and you know, when you see photos online, sometimes you can't get, like you said, you couldn't get that one that you stretched yourself out to get today. So that was these are all really great things to collect over the week, but we kind of are not having time to do a lot of other stuff at the same time. So
we're
not even catching up on YouTube.
No, and like
I'm so behind with my videos. I want to watch so many things as well as film, but watch loads.
Yeah,
like
I started writing a little bit on a next script. I mean, I got 236 words. It's not much.
I did 2 by the indoor pool at the spa.
Yeah, but like I was way too annoyed, and I mean, I was
that
just
child
relaxing.
was very loud.
So the child was indeed really loud. That was something.
I think when I read it back, it's not going to make any sense. But anyway, it's fine.
But yeah, no, with me, like Dutch history, I'm quite well versed at, and World War II history when it comes to like the Netherlands and all that stuff, especially like in my area. Yeah, I know a lot about that, but for me, I don't like to talk about such young history because it's, I don't know, it affects people in a different way than ancient history does. With ancient history, you can't have a descendant being alive, and you might disrespect them by, you know, talking about certain things. And I want to be very careful to not, you know, hurt anyone or disrespect anyone, or let my own personal bias that I may have, because I am Dutch and I lived in a country that was occupied for 5 years. I don't want that to like taint history, because the problem with like modern history is the fact that you have a personal bias. You cannot be completely neutral. I mean, we all know like Switzerland is a bit neutral, but even then, not anymore. So like, I mean, it's different. For me, it's difficult to talk about new history.
And it's,
I
and it's much better documented.
it is.
And in ancient history, it's like you're putting the pieces of a puzzle together, and
it's
there's
the mystery.
Yeah.
The mystery that keeps me
That's the
engaging and wanting
passion.
to know more. Especially now with like the human evolution type of videos that I do. It's the mystery surrounding it all.
And there's
We
new stuff
don't
coming
know.
out all the time.
Yeah.
And it's so detailed and clever, the research that the scientists are doing. So
I'm laughing because of Henrik.
Yeah.
Henrik asks a question to Laura. Megalith hunter, has Khalid tried laying claim to your spices? It's a proud tradition of her people. I have to like travel to Denmark and just slap
what are
him.
you talking about?
The Dutch spice trade, the VOC.
Oh! I was like,
That's why I say I want to travel to Denmark and just slap him across the cheeks. No.
I was just thinking, no, she's just been like ordering spiced rum everywhere. But what apart from that? No.
I mean, it does make sense why I like spiced rum
Yeah.
compared to like normal rum. Or I like the coconutty rum because it's from the Caribbean, where we also have islands. So yeah, no, fine.
I was just lay claim to spices. What, like going into the spice cupboard and just taking them all out? Why would she do? Oh my. I'm blonde, okay, like.
It's
yeah.
wonderful. So yeah, when I went into looked in a little bit into like my family history from like my last name. My last name is During.
During what?
During what? But yeah, no. Which comes derives from Thuringen and the Thuringi tribe from ancient Germanic tribal groups, you know, cultures and all that stuff. And if you go back far enough, you go to the Hermanduri, which was also a Germanic tribal group. And the Hermanduri actually fought the Huns and won. So if you wonder why I got my frustration and my temper and my I want to kill you with my eyes kind of thing, yeah, it probably comes from there. So it's not my fault that the moment that a man
It's
disrespects
genetic.
me and tells me that I am not allowed to use a bathroom, that my eyes immediately go into like, you're now dead to me. So yeah, it's not my fault. I tried to be respectful still, and I didn't say anything
you were
bad.
beautifully diplomatic.
Yes.
It was wonderful.
Yeah. It's just, I can't help it.
But she just kept turning around to me and saying, I'm going to be the mad Dutch woman in a minute. I'm just mad Dutch lady.
Yes.
It's
I'm sorry.
on.
It's on. So if anyone has any questions left, we have like 2, maybe 3 minutes left before I end the stream. So if you have anything to say or anything to send or whatever, do it now.
And then we're going clubbing.
No, we're not. I'm
We're
probably
not.
going to sleep.
I'm
very
trying
tired.
to make us sound young and fun and
I
stuff.
don't need to be sounding young. I'm 30. I'm young enough. But
you are young enough. Yeah,
I'm young
it's fine.
enough. But like at this point, I just want another rum coke, and the rum is there.
It's because I brought my wine to the table. Why did you leave it over there? Amateur.
I'm blonde.
Yeah.
I can't help it. Sea Shanty album when? Never.
I do think that's a lovely idea.
I have to like find someone who will actually write me sea shanties and write the music
Get
so
some of
that I
those
can
sea
copyright
shanties.
it.
Well,
'Cause
yeah.
otherwise it's like I'm just singing other people's songs and like what?
Yeah.
I like the Savage Daughter song because I don't know, it felt very familiar to me when I sang it the first time, and I was like, I'm a little bit like that. Plus, I need to like learn to like myself a little bit more. So it was
Wait,
very
you like
good.
singing? We can go to karaoke. I'm joking. I don't like karaoke because
I
I
honestly,
find it quite irritating.
I honestly also don't like karaoke. I did it once in Egypt, and that was only because my ex was like looking at me and telling me that, you know, you're not gonna do that because like you didn't have the balls.
So you had a wonderful.
So I stood up and I did I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor, and I was like,
So
and
you had a
everyone
very
liked it.
cultural experience in Egypt.
Yeah,
You-
too much.
You went
I was
to a
such a
pool and you
tourist.
went to karaoke.
I was such a tourist.
So finally making up for that in October.
How old is the island of Malta? Very old.
22 million years. No dinosaurs here, but there are a lot of shark teeth.
No dinosaurs. That will just
I think
make
it's
my
22 million.
Why
yeah.
do I like to make my sister cry?
Yeah, because the islands are too new.
Yeah.
But the first, so there's a lot of fossils of hippopotami and elephants that lived here 150,000 years ago. And then around 10 to 15,000 years ago, there were some deer and brown bears. And then more recently, humans first inhabited the islands in 6000 BCE, and it's thought they came from Sicily. They had like some early farming communities. They then left.
Interrupt for a
And
second.
then the Megalith people came.
Bill Bacon, I see you for the, fourth time now? About History Mystery Channel. I don't know them, but I'm not sure if you're promoting someone, so don't. Thank you. Continue. I mean, I don't mind people saying a channel, but like once or twice, okay. Like after the fourth time, I'm a little bit of like, I don't know the channel. I can't endorse something that I don't watch. So at this point, I'm just telling you, don't do it again, please. Thank you. But continue.
No, that's-
Hippopotami and elephant bones.
No, I'd done the hippopotami, and I got to when the people came.
Yeah.
And then they left. They abandoned the islands for like 800 to 1,000 years, and then the megalith builders came. So there's actually 2 phases of Neolithic history. And they came and they didn't build the megaliths immediately. They were here for a couple of hundred years, but then just started building them and seemed to have a rather sophisticated culture out of nowhere. It doesn't seem to have evolved from something. So that's kind of like one of the main mysteries, and also because it was very unique in its cultural expression, its art, and the form and structure of the temples. So like kind of had to be indigenous in a way, but at the same time must have come from outside. So everybody's a little bit confused about that.
Hippopotami is an Irish guy. I like that. The Amsterdam live stream sometime. Chat with us, New River Troll. I don't know you, but you can always send me an email at historywithkaylee@gmail.com. Always, anyone. If you want to have like a collaboration with me, or you have a video idea, or you have some footage that you want me to use, or you can at least shoot me an email. And about once a week, I check my email there. Because if I do it more than once a week, I don't know how to live anymore because it's too much at times. But so last couple questions. Maybe someone has one or two. If you do it now. Otherwise, we go on. So did I see something earlier? I don't think I did. Robert Peiser. There once was a lass named Kaylee who sailed the Maltese Sea. Her cat she adores, rum and coke never bores. Now to Egypt she goes, not fearing any foes. Like that. But I have 2 cats. It's the cats, both cats. I've got the dad and his actual daughter, which is wonderful. And they very much love each other. And they're sort of glued to each other.
That's so sweet.
It's a thing. Her mom didn't give milk when she was young, so I bottle fed her, and she actually didn't like her daughter, so her mom usually just slapped her away, just leave me alone. And what the dad did was he went to her when she was like such a tiny baby. He just went and laid with her, and she would like suckle on his nipples, and he would just let it happen. There would not be any milk because he was a guy, but he would let it happen, and it was so cute. And they bonded so deeply through that she's now 7 and he's turning 9 in June, and they're just inseparable. And it's so cute, and they still sleep together.
That's really sweet.
I love them and I miss them, but like soon they will be with me again, and they will like wreak havoc during my live streams because my 2 cats are a little bit insane. They run through the house and just wreck everything they see.
Well, at least you had a lot of cuddles this week from my kitties.
Yeah, I had a lot of cuddles, which was amazing. Would I vouch for things like 23andMe? I'm actually going to do my DNA through 23andMe in a couple months.
So then you'll know, I guess.
So
if it's any
after
good.
that, I will know. So yeah, I've had fun. This was a fun live stream.
Yeah.
Time actually flew by. We've been doing this for about 2 hours now.
It is a very fun way to spend a Friday night.
Right?
I really enjoy it.
It's very different from making a video and like filming and being very scripted. And this is just have a conversation.
It's like a night out, and all
Yeah.
these people are at the table, but they're on the computer.
Yeah. For me, like doing a live stream on my own is a bit more difficult because I'm the only one talking, and I know I talk a lot. I've met myself, but I mean, it's a bit more difficult doing it completely on your own or with someone next to you. And I'm probably gonna do more like Zoom-styled live streams where we can just like call and the people can just join in. But yeah, I think that I'm gonna do that more in the future as well.
Oh,
This was fun.
Yeah.
And maybe one day you'll get the balls in a live stream as well, because it's fun.
It's my first one.
Yeah, it was your first actual live stream.
Where I've been like in it.
Yeah.
I'm obviously always at yours, just, chatting
Yeah.
and asking stupid questions.
They're
But
not
yeah,
stupid.
I'm joking.
She's
My
not-
questions are amazing.
I mean, she's not like Henrik asking me the strange questions that I like actually need to Google things for.
I'm not from
Henrik.
Denmark.
Henrik. I mean, I understand when you live under a gray cloud that's just always gray, you never see this beautiful, bright, glowing orb in the sky called the sun. Then yes, I understand that you ask me very difficult questions. I mean, people like that, I assume they don't have a life. And I mean, make me believe otherwise, Henrik. So yeah, no, I enjoyed this.
Bit mean, but yeah.
No, he's Henrik is really
I'm
my
joking.
friend.
I know.
Private country, no peeking. See, he knows exactly what I meant. Like, I flew
Just-
over his country and I was like, I had Wi-Fi and I was letting him know, like, I'm actually flying over Denmark.
I just see blob of
I
grey.
don't see anything. I just see clouds. And he's like, yeah, you're not supposed to see me. We're a private country. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to my rum and coke.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna like chill and then probably go to sleep. Because she can like be all like, we're going clubbing. Hell no. Have you met me? I like alcohol and then I like sleep. Who wants to go and dance?
Okay.
I'm 30. My legs are tired. So, everyone, I hope you have a good night or a
And
good day.
Thanks to everybody that subscribed to my channel.
Subscribe to Megalith Hunter. I'll put the link in one more
Don't
time.
forget to watch the video about the holes.
Yes.
No, but there are many videos,
So, like,
not just
you
holes.
you have my video about the that. Don't even need to say it. I already accidentally said the word because I didn't want to say the flappy bits. But yeah, the video of me about the ancient flappy bits. And she has a video about holes. So if you watch them back to back, then you have a dirty mind. And with that said, I'm going to say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. This was fun.